Hi, I'm Matti Mali, aka Untitled Chapter, and after a long while I continue with my list of 100 worst movies I've ever seen. And today we have from 70 to 61. Okay. Number 70 I have Ilsa, Sea-Wolf of the SS. I think I've only seen like two exploitation movies, this and the other being Cannibal Holocaust, and that movie, while its execution was lacking, it had a really good premise. But this, on the other hand, well, it's about this Nazi officer played by Diane Thorne, who is tortures everyone in some small camp, and especially men who can satisfy her needs. And there's of course this one guy who's kind of a wooden actor, and he can satisfy her needs, and that leads to all kind of troubles. But the plot is rather thin because it mostly consists of these unspeakable acts, which I don't usually see on film because I don't usually watch movies like this. And yeah, there's barely. No, it's a kind of the same because the character of Ilsa herself is rather menacing and interesting, but there's just all kind of perversions going on. Like, I think at one point she pees on some Nazi officer, and then there's the infamous dinner scene where there's one naked girl hanging on a block of ice or something, and yeah, I think I'm not a fan of this exploitation genre in general. Number 69, The Count. Well, kind of fitting that it's 69 because The Count is a Finnish movie directed by Peter von Bahr, who passed away last year and was mainly known for his work for chronicling Finnish cinema. He made all kind of encyclopedias and research and essays about it. And The Count is the only fictional movie he has ever directed. And that's a damn shame, because The Count is I think it's unintentionally immoral. Well, it's about this guy named Pertti Ylärmi Lindgren, who I think passed away this year, and who was known for being this kind of Casanova con artist who seduced women and made them fall in love with him, but in the end, when the wedding day was approaching, he just took money and left, and kind of that kind of douchebag. And only in the 70s you could become a national hero from doing something like that. It was said that it was the dream for all men, and that he gave a brief moment of happiness for those poor unlucky women who would have deserved so much better. And the real kicker of this movie is that the main character is played by Pertti Ylärmi Lindgren himself. Yeah, the movie that is about him, and he plays the main role as himself. And yeah, I guess he does a good job in playing himself. And he's, by the way, a good singer, but yeah, I don't just understand why this movie was even made. I guess this was a kind of a social experiment or something. I mean, admittedly, it is interesting when in the biography the focus of the biography is played by the real person himself. I guess it's kind of an experiment. But why from this guy in particular? Because he was in a bunch of magazines or something. Well, the movie kind of tries to put some more character development on him when they introduce this one woman played by Elina Salo, who acknowledges that he is a con artist, but decides to go with it anyway because I think she thinks she can cure him from his ill deeds and poor mannerisms, but just why? But at least the Count has only one unlikable character, like the next one on the list, Sheep. The second directorial work from one of my favorite internet celebrities, Brad Jones, and this is the worst thing he has ever been involved with. I have reviewed it I think 2 years ago, but just for a quick run-up, it's about this exploitation director played by Jones himself, who is wants to make a snuff film. And for those of you who don't know, snuff film is a movie where actual humans are killed, but at least to my knowledge it's only an urban legend. And so he presents his idea to the porn producer played by David Cobble, yeah, and he gets really excited about this whole idea, and yeah, and I mean the truly heinous, unlikable douchebags. The plot doesn't make any sense. It has all kind of illogicalities in it. First of them is that while the Jones played director wants to become known from this kind of real snuff films, the producer thinks they are fake, but so likes the idea that it could be self-porn. But yeah, it looks kind of fake because that film he makes has lots of editing, which makes you so people are not even sure are those killings real in the first place, because it looks so simulated. And he wants to become famous of this, but not attract the attention to the cops, even though he uses his real name. And yeah, but what's my review of Chief for more details? It's in the behind the cinema, not so serious. So, yeah. Sorry. Next one, The Stupids. Yeah, John Landis really went downhill after the Beverly Hills Cop 3, but I don't think that one was that bad. But the Stupids, well, it has been I think it's been more than 50 years that I've seen it. I still remember vividly many stupid things and its stupid plot. But the movie is about this stupid family. The family head is played by Tom Arnold, and it has they are really stupid and doesn't understand the logics of the world, and they bumble around from happening to happening and unintentionally cause mayhem around them, and it's kind of this they stumble on some military guy played by Mark Metcalf, I believe, who was, by the way, in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer, played the Master. But yeah, and I just remember so many stupid details. There's this one scene where the father and the daughter of the family, they go in some astronomy showing and actually think they have died and gone to heaven, and meet their lord, who is a janitor named Lloyd, and they think Lord's name is Lloyd. You know, you can make this kind of concept work if you add some charm to these characters, but they just too brain dead to be likable. There's actually a Finnish product who does this premise better. It's Mr. Kiljunen, the Kiljunen family. I don't remember the direct translation, but yeah, it's about all this family who is bumbling from wacky hijinks to wacky hijinks, but at least they are charming. They are just they're not brain dead. And oh, and there was this side plot about some aliens who thinks that the main character Stanley is stupid. Is a kind of alien enemy or something, but of course the stupid family is completely unaware of this ongoing side plot. And it's kind of an anticlimax. Okay. Speaking of failed comedies, at number 66, Dracula Dead and Loving It. This was so far the last movie directed by great Mel Brooks, and it's sad because this movie is so uninspired. It's a parody about Dracula movies, namely in the Francis Ford Coppola directed version, which I haven't seen. Even though it has someone like Leslie Nielsen as Dracula, it has barely any laughs. I mean, you don't need to necessarily... I don't think that the comedy needs to necessarily cause me laugh in order that I find it funny, but for me the comedy needs... For me, I need to at least acknowledge that the scene was funny, even though I don't laugh to it out loud. But in this, the humor was just so tired. So tired. There's no punctuation and energy that has in the best works of Mel Brooks, like Blazing Saddles and the producers and the like. Yes, Leslie Nielsen is the only one who puts any effort in his performing. Everyone else just are so wooden and go for an automatic face. The only thing I really find funny was that one vampire stabbing scene where there's just a whole lot of blood. It's caused me this spontaneous stupid laughter when I love at something surprising. Something surprising that is not clever. That kind of yeah. It's just sad. Number 65, Battle Royale 2 Requiem. Talk about another betrayal. For those of you who don't know, Battle Royale is this Japanese movie about these school kids who are put in a government-funded project where they are forced to go on an island and kill each other until only one is left. This is a kind of a secret governmental thing to keep the citizens of Japan in check and not to rebel. And in the sequel, the people who survived from the previous movie have made a terrorist organization to kick some government ass. So the government puts another battle royale experiment so they could go and hunt those terrorists down. And one of them is the daughter of the previous movie's villain who volunteered to go there so she could hunt the guy who killed her father down. And she got who was this girl who her father apparently had a creepy obsession towards her. The plot is the actors do a fine job, I don't deny that, at least most of them, but the excuse me, mucus. Yeah, the actors are kind of the plot has this reality TV thing, which is it's in its most famous counterpart, Hunger Games, and if they want to do this kind of a secret thing where they try to make people to obey them, then the reality TV thing really doesn't make any kind of sense. And that aspect was even in the first battle royale, even in that movie it didn't make any sense at all. But fortunately that was only the first scene of that movie, and then it was quickly brushed off. But in this it's a prominent part of the whole battle royale experience, and yeah, the characters aren't that memorable, except this movie's main villain for all the wrong reasons. Who is the instructor? In the previous film, the main bad guy, he has some charisma and unexplainable threat. That guy was really scared, but this is just an odd goofball who is kind of a foam that goes like that, and yeah, this is the guy feels like more like a cartoon character than any real person. And of course, they're more. The glass size is bigger, so there could be more body counts, and they just throw these characters off without establishing them at all. And there's this one. Oh yeah, one stupid rule is that they have these collars that if they are disobey, they make them explode. And in this version they put the stupid rule that they made those collars in pair, that if the other one dies, then the other one's collar explodes too. That makes no sense. It's just unnecessary hindrance. Yeah, yeah, but well made in any case. Okay, now I have covered all those on the list that I gave 4 out of 10 at the Internet Movie Database. So now we move to the movies that I gave 3 out of 10. So yeah, it's a new level step in badness. And the first one on that is Plan 9 from Outer Space. Yeah, often said to be the worst movie ever made. I guess I understand the sensibility. It's not really well made, but the movie has. Well, this is one of those movies that are interesting premise, because it's about those aliens that are racing to death to raise the world. Okay, that's nothing new, but the aliens have this kind of higher than thou attitude towards the humanity, and they think that because the humans are so violent, they make kind of a preemptive strike to prevent them from going to their galaxy and trying to destroy the whole universe or something, and that could make rather interesting dynamic to look at, to research on. But the problem is that the human characters are generally unlikable and do unlikable things, and they are reckless and don't think ahead. But the humanity kind of proves their point. It would be much more interesting if they had showed those aliens some generic kindness traits, but and the worst part is that the movie fails to acknowledge this. The movie has zero sense of self-irony, because it doesn't acknowledge how immoral its characters are and treats them like heroes for their actions. And especially that one guy who just mashes the alien's control board and goes on with it. Yeah. Number 63, Super Mario Brothers. This movie is bad, but at least it's funny kind of. I think it's one of the greatest guilty pleasures of all time. One of the first video game adaptations, live action video game adaptations, and one, I think the first video game movie that I saw when I was like 5 or 6. But yeah, this movie is best if you are a child from 5 to let's say 9, because then you get the most out of it. It's a hilarious action and quite an adventuring stuff, and yeah, when you grow up, you realize how stupid it is and how disloyal in tone it is to the source material. But at least, and it's why? Yeah, it's about these plumbers. Well, okay, I don't go to explain that because I think most of my audience know what Super Mario Brothers is. But yeah, it has Bob Hoskins as Mario and John Leguizamo as Luigi. What I guessed. Yeah, they try to go for this, I think, adopted brother angle or something, but John Leguizamo doesn't fit at all. At least Bob Hoskins kind of looks like Mario and sounds like Mario. And then there's this, yeah, the King Koopa. You Americans know him as Bowser, but in this movie he's named after the Japanese Koopa name, and he's played by Dennis Hopper, and he's kind of a scenery eater and you know, kind of a dictatorness. Yeah, the characters don't have much depth, and the plot have filled its illogicalities, but at least the movie has fun with itself. Its actions are decent, and the score by Alan Silvestri is great work. Well, the soundtrack is very memorable, even though it doesn't have the familiar Mario tones. It still sticks out and has kept strong through all these years. And the similar kind of stupid fun is the next one, which is also a video game adaptation, Street Fighter. And well, the Street Fighter doesn't have as much enjoyable aspects as in Super Mario Brothers. The main character played by Jean-Claude Van Damme, he's a so stiff actor, and his face barely moves. And him playing an American character, he's like from Belgium or whatever, his accent sounds ridiculous for that role. Well, I guess he kind of looks like the guy from the video game character, but yeah. And it also has Kylie Minogue as his partner, and yeah, she's not memorable. What is memorable is the one being main villain, M. Bison, Raul Julia. He has lots of charisma in this, with all his kind of memes and the of course and whatnot. There are some. He also has all the legendary quotes. For me, it was Tuesday. And yeah, there are also one kind of funny characters, the Zangief, which was kind of stupid, and he says that one of the best jokes in the whole thing, but yeah, otherwise the plot is rather standard. Once again, it makes no sense, because why ever these movies need to make sense. It was directed by the guy who wrote Die Hard. That's just wasted potential there. And what else can I say? Yeah, it's one of those syndromes that this has too many characters in it, and yeah, it's about this shadowy organization led by M. Bison, and he tries to conquer a land or something, and the Americans are sent to the yes, you know, the standard stuff. So let's just go to the final movie on today, Pokemon the first movie. Keep in mind that I've only seen the first movie. Yeah, they kind of knew that they had gold miners, and I think there's like 20 of those movies now, or maybe less, or I may have been exaggerating, but yeah, I was into a Pokemon for a while back in the previous century. I collected some playing cards so I could be hip and cool with the school pals and stuff, and it ended at one point, and they've just been collecting dust at the attic. I've for a long time thought of selling the whole collection, but I'd get for only like 100 euros of that whole collection. I checked from the internet prices. But yeah, anyway, this movie, Pokemon, it's about collecting monsters and gotta catch them all. And they battle the monsters with each other for reasons, because it's a sport, I guess, and there's no animal rights groups for this. And there is one evil Pokemon which was Mewtwo, who was kind of this genetical experiment by Team Rocket, who are kind of idiotic plumbers, at least its most notably featured characters, who are the main antagonist of the movie and the TV series. Yeah, it's based on a video game, but I haven't played any of those Pokemon games. I don't know, would my opinion about this movie be, would I think it to be better or worse than it is, but it has flat characters except for Ash Ketchum, the main one, who is just deeply annoying. And I should also note that I saw it Finnish dubbing. I haven't heard the original Japanese or even the English one, except in that one review, 2 reviews that I've seen about it. I saw it back in when it first came out in theaters, and I haven't seen since, but I look at these movies from the grown-ups perspective, and I've seen better tournaments movies, better fighting movies that has more developed characters, and whose villain isn't just kind of dark, brooding type of guy. Although Mewtwo has a cool design, and you know what, it's just to be, it's just to go the words I was going to say, but yeah, many like Pokemon, and probably many like the first movie. I think there are worse movies in the Pokemon movie franchise, but I haven't seen them, and this one, after the years of reflecting it, hasn't left an impression on me. So join me for the next time for the, when we in the next time reach for the number 50, and oh, we don't reach 50, we reach the movies that start with the number 5 in front of it. Okay. Oh, yeah, bye!